Here's what's happening this week in Pokemon Go. Starting with 5-star Mega Raids, Origin Form Giratina and Mega Sableye will be leaving on Monday the 28th at 10 AM, when raids will change over to Darkrai and Mega Banette. All can be shiny. Halloween Part 1 will conclude at 10 AM on Monday, to be immediately followed by Halloween Part 2. The candy bonuses will carry over, with an additional bonus being added just for October 31st, that being the chance to get Rare Candy and Rare Candy XL when catching costume Pokemon with nice or better throws. Speaking of costume Pokemon, that is what Part 2 of this event is all about. The new costume Pokemon this year will be Froakie and Rowlet, along with their evolutions, and there will be costume Pokemon to be found in 7km eggs, 1 and 3-star raids, in field research, and in the wild. The Pokemon from raids and eggs will have boosted shiny odds, except for Pikachu. Zorua will continue to have boosted shiny odds in the wild, and Mega Energy will continue to be available in some field research. If you want to work on your Jumbo Pokemon Collector Platinum medal, set an XXL Pumpkaboo as your buddy, and every Zorua you encounter will be XXL and count towards the medal. This is a glitch, so take advantage of it before it's fixed. The free timed research from last week carries forward into this week, and the paid time research from last week will still be available to purchase and complete as well, if you're so inclined. On Tuesday at 1 PM Pacific time, the active Go Battle Leagues will become the Open Great, Ultra, and Master Leagues with 4 times Stardust from win rewards. You can check the schedule in-game to see when the leagues change in your local time zone, and to see what's coming up for the whole season. The weekly Spotlight Hour runs from 6 to 7 PM on Tuesday, and looks to be featuring Froakie and Rowlet in the costumes. This was left a mystery in the October content update, but we now have an image from Pokemon Go's official Korean Twitter account. By the time this video goes up, it will probably be announced in every region. The bonus seems to still be 2 times Catch Candy, which is just the bonus running for the entire Halloween event. Both of these costume Pokemon can fully evolve, so this will be a great chance to get a lot of candy for them and hunt for good PvP IVs. Both of these Pokemon have had calm days in the past 2 years, so you can wait to evolve them in December during the December Community Day to get their legacy moves. Be sure to Mega Evolve a Grass or Flying type for Rowlet, and or Water type for Froakie for extra catch candy. There aren't any Megas that cover both, but you could Mega the opposite choice sometime during the hour if you want the candy bonus for a little while for each. On Wednesday, the weekly raid hour runs from 6 to 7 PM and will feature Darkrai. An instant raid will appear at most gyms at 6 PM if there are players nearby with the game open. The raid will last 25 minutes, then there will be a 5-minute break before the next 25-minute raid will appear. A Pokestop showcase will end on Wednesday at 8 PM and feature event-themed Pokemon. Enter it for easy Stardust and XP, and you could earn premium items if you place high enough. All day Thursday will have that rare candy bonus as part of the Halloween event, and from Thursday, October 31st at 10 AM until Sunday, November 3rd at 8 PM, Gigantamax Gengar will feature in max battles. These will be 6-star max battles costing 800 max particles to enter. Niantic has recommended groups to be a minimum of 10 trainers, but up to 40 can participate in a single battle. At the time I'm recording this, the Gmax battles have just begun in New Zealand for the Kanto starters, so we will have new information on the difficulty of these battles before taking on Gengar. I'll update a pinned comment with that information. As with other max battles, these will be in-person only, and you'll need to use Dynamax or Gigantamax Pokemon in the battle. Campfire has been updated to show max battle locations. If you haven't tried using Campfire, I would strongly recommend downloading it and using it to find or create local groups. Also, Dynamax Pokemon can appear at power spots as special encounters if you leave behind Gigantamax Pokemon after a battle. On Saturdays and Sundays in November, Tier 5 Shadow Raids will feature Shadow Suicune. As a reminder, Shadow Raids are in-person only, no remotes. Shadow Suicune is not good. It's weak to grass and electric, and if you have appropriate counters at level 30, you'll be able to take it down with around 4 trainers using purified gems. Finally, on Sunday at 8 PM, the Halloween event will end, along with the weekend Pokestop showcase. For what's left of October, the Galar starters and Phalanx will be in max battles, and possibly Ghastly. Ghastly was only mentioned to be part of Halloween Part 1, which ends on Monday the 28th, so catch a few before Part 1 ends at 10 AM just in case. Starting November 1st, the max battles will continue hosting the Galar starters, and the Kanto starters will be back to join them throughout November. There will also be a new weekly mini event called Max Mondays, acting like a raid hour for max battles. Drillbur will be the newly added D-Max Pokemon in a Max Monday hour on the 18th at 6 PM. The seasonal max out bonuses will continue to be active until December 3rd. There's still time to reach Ultra Friend with friends you added this week, which is a huge amount of XP, and try to keep up with your 7-day catch and spin streaks for extra Stardust and XP. The additional candy and Candy XL for trades is also great to take advantage of if you have the means. And that's it for the week ending Sunday, November 3rd, 2024. Next week, November is in full swing and we will be busy. Lugia will be in raids with its featured attack, Aeroblast, and Mega Manectric will be back for the first time in over a year. The Harvest Festival event will begin, including a new shiny and Miltank. Also, the Mankey Community Day. Thanks for watching so far. Now I'll cover additional information about the raids this week, go over some general tips and tricks, and talk about highlights from last week in Pokemon Go. Starting with raids, Giratina and Mega Sableye are barely featured this week, so if you haven't raided them yet, you'll have a short amount of time on Monday morning to get them done in person, but depending on your time zone, you'll have most of the day to find them using a remote raid pass. Giratina is a top ghost type attacker even without its signature move Shadow Force. It's also highly ranked in the Master League, and the altered form, which uses the same kind of candy, is also highly ranked in the Ultra League. Mega Sableye is not good for use in battles, but it has a dual typing of Ghost and Dark, so it can be useful for extra catch candy when active during certain events. Darkrai is a top Dark type attacker, but cannot be traded because it's a mythical Pokemon. It does have a legacy move, Sludge Bomb, but you don't need it if you're going to use it as a Dark type attacker. Using level 30 Pokemon with type advantages, legendary raid bosses generally require around 4 trainers, and mega raid bosses will require 2 or 3. Of course, if you have the top counters at a higher level, it's possible to complete raids with fewer people. On screen is a list of effective counters you can use if you're somewhat new to the game. These are Pokemon either currently or recently available without the need for legacy moves. If you're an experienced player, check the weaknesses and build a team accordingly, or go in with whatever the game recommends. You'll probably be fine. Having the top counters is nice, but the easiest way to beat a raid is by increasing the number of players. There are a variety of ways to find other trainers looking to invite you to raids, or to host your own for others to join. Make it a priority to do enough mega raids to mega evolve the Pokemon at least once. It can take mega Pokemon a long time to return to raids, so don't miss your chance to get the energy. Usually you'll only need to do 1 or 2 raids to mega evolve for the first time. After that, you can buddy walk with any of that Pokemon's evolutionary line to gain more mega energy. 9 AM on Monday is the weekly reset for the Adventure Sync rewards. If your game is closed, you'll receive the rewards the next time you open it. However, you can quickly open your item bag and activate a star piece. Line this up with your 7-day catch streak and some egg hatching to make the most of it. Although not shown, there is a 100-kilometer tier which will get you 20,000 Stardust and even more items. If that seems impossibly out of reach, consider sleepwalking. Thanks for sticking around. That's sort of the business side of the video out of the way. Let me know what you think of the format change. I was noticing in the analytics of the video that there's a big drop off right at the beginning, then it picks back up a bit once the weekly breakdown begins. I want every video to be useful to new and less experienced players, but I also don't want to bore experienced players or those of you that watch every week with the same old script about walking Mega Pokemon and the Adventure Sync rewards. Anyway, this new section of the video, which I fully expect to be skipped by most viewers, is going to be a loose little review and discussion about the week that we just had, and cover things that are kind of just going on in the game overall. I'm going to just experiment with this content and see how it goes. Feedback from all of you is very much appreciated, and I figure I'm better off doing it this way and putting it onto the end of these videos rather than making them their own video. I'm going to keep this pretty short because I'm recording and editing this on Friday and plan to stream tonight, and I have a lot to do before tomorrow's Gigantamax shenanigans, so I need to get moving. Anyway, starting with last weekend, I went out and played the Yamask Research Day for about 40 minutes. I really didn't have much time. So for the first time, I actually bought the Research Day ticket, which was about $3 Canadian, and honestly, I got a lot out of it. I didn't even complete it because I didn't have enough Pokestops nearby, and you need to be doing field research in order to complete the timed research of the event ticket. So in hindsight, I probably should have just gone to a park nearby with some extra Pokestops. Still, I ended up with a few shiny Yamask and a really good one for the Ultra League, assuming I ever get the Candy XL. The Halloween event has been a good time. I did manage to get out for the Spotlight Hour, and I've been trading away all my Duskull and Litwick for the Candy XL. I found a great Duskull for the Ultra League, which requires a ton of Candy XL, and I just like Chandelure, so I'm trading what I catch this week, also that maybe someday I can get a level 50. I haven't done as many Giratina raids as I've hoped, with the best one being this 91%. I do have a lucky one though with Shadow Force on it, but so far, no shiny for me. The main thing I've done this week is go around to all the parks I can reach and just spin as many Pokestops as I can find. I'm determined to get enough Mega Gengar energy to finally Mega Evolve one, since I missed it in raids last year and it's just not in raids this year. I'm so close. Hopefully I'll have it by the time this video goes up. And that's it for me this week. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next week. If you have any suggestions for what I should include in these weekly videos, please let me know in the comments. Additional information can be found in the description and pinned comment, including new information, if any, that wasn't released at the time of producing this video. Remember, don't waste your time if you're not having fun. And as always, good luck out there.